Hello everyone. You all are aware that subclause H has been inserted in section 43B, which is applicable for financial year 23-24, that is relevant to assessment year 24-25. Now, what this subclause H says? This subclause H says if any enterprise who is filing his return with income from business and profession, and if they are procuring any goods or services from any enterprise which is registered in the MSME Act, then that enterprise has to make payment within the specified time suggested in the MSME Act. Otherwise, that expense or that purchase will be disallowed and it will be allowed in the year in which the payment has been made. Now friends, let us understand that first, what is that time frame that has been given in this section. The time frame that has been given in this section is if there is no written agreement with the supplier with whom you have purchased or you have taken the services and there is no written agreement, then the time frame is 15 days. You have to make the payment within 15 days. And if suppose you have made a written agreement in the PO purchase order, the written terms and conditions are there, then the maximum time what we can write is 45 days. I'll give you a small example. Suppose if an enterprise purchase goods or take services and the invoice date is 31st March 24. So then friends, we need to check if there is no written terms and conditions, then the payment needs to be done by 15th April. Only then that will be allowed as an expense for financial year 23-24. And if any written agreement is there, written terms and conditions are there, and suppose the written terms and conditions are 60 days, so no, we'll have to make the payment by 15th May, that is by 45 days. Only then that will be allowed as payment, that will be allowed as expense in financial year 23-24. Otherwise, it will be allowed in the next year, in the year in which the payment has been made. Though this is one thing which we have to keep in mind. Second important thing is that the suppliers who are under this purview are only micro and small. The medium enterprises who are registered as medium enterprise under the MSME Act are out of this purview. They are not covered in this act. Are you getting it? So if we have purchased from an enterprise which is registered under the MSME Act, but in the medium category, so then we can do payment as per our terms and conditions. But if we have purchased from an enterprise which is registered under the MSME Act under micro or small, then we have to follow this timeline, what has been given in subclause H of section 43B. Second important thing is retail traders and wholesalers are out of this one. So if any enterprise has registered under the MSME Act with NIC code from 45 to 47, which is specifically for wholesaler and retail trade, then again they are out of this purview. Out of this purview means again we can make the purchase, we can take purchase and we can take services, and payment we can do as per our terms and conditions. So these are 2-3 things we have to keep in mind for financial year 23-24. Now friends, what I suggest as a chartered accountant, what we can suggest to our client is we need to specifically categorize our creditors. There may be in 2-3 categories, but the most important category is the creditors which are falling under micro and small enterprises. We need to categorize first this thing. Second is we need to tell our client that you call for from the creditors MSME certificate and whether they are registered yes or no, and if registered under which category, so that this categorization becomes easier. And the third important thing is that I will suggest my client, even you all can suggest your client, that let us all make a PO with a written agreement, and then we can write 45 days. So at least we all get this 45 days credit. So friends, I hope I have explained you this very well. If you have any doubts or any other queries are there, then I think we should read this section again. Thank you.